Yesterday I spoke about the parable of the lost coin in Luke 15, and I thought we'd go to the next parable, which is the prodigal son. And we won't talk about all of it, but just the good bit at the end that really confused me, and maybe it's confused you. So you have the prodigal son return, and the father kills a fatted calf. But then the older brother comes back and says, "Hold on, Dad. I've always been faithful to you, and you've never killed a fatted calf for me." So the father then turns to the disgruntled older brother and says, "Son, thou art ever with me, and all that I have is thine." Then that made me think, well, what about that prodigal son? I mean, he's been forgiven, but does that mean he's got no future? And then it dawned on me. The fact that Christ is our real older brother in heaven. And in this parable, if you substitute the disgruntled older brother for Jesus Christ, then things change drastically. Because Jesus Christ wouldn't have said, "Hold on, what's he doing here? Why has he got the calf?" He would have said, "Forget the calf, I'm so glad that you're here." He would have hugged him and kissed him too, just like his dad. And so Jesus' reaction wouldn't have even needed to go to his dad and say, "Hey, come on, this isn't fair." You wouldn't have had that entire end scenario. Now, thinking about it, everything that the Father has is Jesus Christ's. And so the prodigal son didn't have anything left. What hope does he have? Well, by substituting Jesus Christ for the older brother, suddenly Romans chapter 8 comes into play that says, we are joint heirs with Christ. So that means that everything that Christ has, we will have. And so we don't have a disgruntled older brother anymore. We've got a loving, heart-filled, compassionate older brother who wants the very best for you and wants you to join him in his kingdom. So take that to any other situation in life. If you've found people who are being annoyed about you, jealous of you, disgruntled about you, if you've done some things and they're not willing to forgive you, just substitute Jesus Christ for them and see how that changes things. I think that's what the parable of the prodigal son teaches me. Substitute Christ and everything is better.